On this episode of Before and After, we follow the build of a Hamptons-inspired house with a Caribbean twist in the most premium of Perth suburbs. Warning, the reveal of this house will drop jaws. We're in Dalkeith, an affluent western suburb of Perth, close to the city, close to the sea and surrounded by the beautiful Swan River. This is eye-popping stuff. Check out these Dalkeith dwellings. North of $2 million will get you in here, and 2016 saw two houses at the top of Perth's most expensive list, sold at around $14 million. Let's just say there's no fear of overcapitalising here. This cute but ageing cottage was bought a few years ago. The residents lived here for a while, but soon enough it was time to go Dalkeith on this block. So what do when you want the best? You bring in the professionals. Natalee Bowen has been in the design industry for over 20 years, and although her style now is a recognisable label, it wasn't always like this.
For many, 15 years, I've been doing really classic styles, and I didn't really know that there was a label on it. And then I went to America about 6 years ago and went up to the Hamptons and just walked in and went, oh my gosh, this is it. This is what I've been doing for so long. So it was all of a sudden, there's a label of what I've been doing. Hamptons really in the last couple of years has been such a cliche, quite a branded label out there in the interior design world. But, for me, it's really a classic look. It's an everlasting look, and it's not something that's ever going to be fatty and go out of style.
What better way to showcase her skills than with her own house?
So I live in a Hamptons-style house. I'd been doing it for so many people for so many years and decided that it was my turn to build my dream home. So I built a Hamptons-style house.
And now to this project. Natalee explains how she met the client.
I met this gorgeous client actually through my picture hanger. He's one of the most expertise picture hangers all in WA, and was doing some pictures in her house, and she happened to be mentioning about wanting to build a Hampton-style house, and he said, well, you've got to speak to Natalee. So within that week, she gave me a call. I came down and met her. She explained to me the brief and what she was after, and pretty much just said, I just want you to throw some ideas at me and come up with a design. On the site right now, we have a little old cottage in a beautiful leafy suburb, and so it's really now going to be demolishing, but we're going to recycle, but demolish as much as we can and keep some of the trees, some of the plants to put in the new home, and we're going to build her a beautiful, gorgeous home. I'm really excited because they've pretty much just said to me, do what you want to do, design, a typical Hampton-style house. Straight away I've got a vision for the place. It's a beautiful big block, beautiful sized block, very long block as well, but we have a great frontage. So in my head I just want to design something that's going to be extraordinary and just beautiful. Prices are quite up there. So houses in this area, minimum you're looking at about 2 million, and they can escalate up to 20 to 30 million. So they're quite high. So again, the spec that we want to do on this home is going to be right up there.
I can't wait to see this. Coming up, the house takes shape, and later we can reveal the Hamptons-inspired stunner. We're in Dalkeith, Perth, to follow the build of this Hamptons-inspired house with a Caribbean twist. The original house, although extremely cute, wasn't up for a renovation with the space, scale and finishes needed here. The house was demolished, but Natalee has made sure the established trees remained and parts of the house were recycled for a new life elsewhere. The next time we visit, the house has taken shape. I meet up with Natalee on site. Natalee, what a wonderful little project. Now, Dalkeith is probably, the most premium suburb?
Yeah, look, the western suburbs are renowned to be the premium suburbs of WA.
Perth. This home is pretty impressive.
Yeah.
I mean, It's not finished yet, but I mean, obviously, when I walked in, you just see the raw space, volume of the rooms.
Absolutely. Look, it was all designed around a pool and having the indoors, outdoors, and we were just so excited to get this going and get it started. And when I sat down with Sandra, who's the most gorgeous client I've ever come across, we literally just sat down and just nutted out what we wanted to do.
So you've designed this, haven't you? I mean, you've got a drafty to help draw your plans.
Absolutely, yes.
But it's you.
I'm old school, so everything was literally hand drawn and then palmed it over to him, and he did a fantastic job of doing that.
And this is the amazing design Natalee came up with. A 2-storey house in a U configuration, centred around a glorious pool. You're renowned for doing Hamptons. Now, I'm guessing this is going to be Hamptons.
Yeah, it is. And again, it's a classic style. This has got a little bit of a twist of Caribbean in it because we are centred around a pool and we do have a beautiful cabana in here. The floor plan itself needed to be a U shape around a pool. The client had seen something similar and had that vision in her head. So it was quite a simple and easy brief. She's got 4 kids, and all adult children. So we've popped them all upstairs with their own retreat.
Master bedroom suite, where is that going?
Master suite is on this side over here.
Okay.
And again, all opens out onto the pool.
Wow. I love this design. I can just imagine all of these rooms opening up to the sparkling blue pool.
The pool's underneath here, and then everything is centred around there. All the doors open up and bifold out. Had some beautiful doors custom made to do that, and all wood. No aluminium, all wood.
And talking of finishes, let's hear about another extremely important feature in a Hamptons home. The kitchen and the cabinetry have to be just right. Claudia from F&R Classic Cabinets comes on site to talk to Natalee about the design and the vision.
So the client's house is going to be a Hampton-style home. Yeah. It's all very open, and the feature of it is going to be the beautiful Hampton-style kitchen.
Gorgeous, lovely. And so what are we thinking benchtop-wise? How long?
We want to try to get as much space through here as we can, and at least a 4.5 metre, and we want to use Carrara marble.
Okay, marble sounds amazing. That is the best one that you've chosen. 4.5 metre, you are aware that the maximum is actually 3 metre, so we'll have to add a groove.
Absolutely, and look, we've thought of that as well, so that's what we're going to do. We're actually just going to put a slight groove near the butler's sink itself.
Easy done, wonderful. And so in terms of the other rooms of the house, cabinetry, laundries, bathrooms,
ensuites, absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, so again, we're going to stick with that same style of having the beautiful Hamptons cabinetry.
Gorgeous.
And doing those beautiful panelled baths that you do. So I'm really excited about that. Yeah. With, again, lots of open shelves and beautiful laundry, stunning laundry that, the client wants to go in and actually do her ironing.
Of course, yeah, and that's what we pride ourselves. We want a house that turns into a home that the client wants to live in.
Fantastic, yeah.
Okay, sounds like the kitchen and cabinetry's all sorted. But when you're doing a Hamptons home, it's also about the finer details, from the toilets and basins right down to getting the perfect tapware. Natalee talks to Nick from Sea of White.
So in the kitchen, what style are we going for?
I do Hamptons, as you know, so that's really my gig.
Great.
And so really a beautiful big butler's sink is what I'm after.
Okay, so we're going to go a ceramic butler sink there?
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to go a double bowl or a single bowl?
Double bowl, and we want it to be as wide as we can so that we can really, have beautiful tapware as well. So what would you recommend for that?
So for the tapware then, we're going to stick with the Hampton style as well. Yeah. We have the tap sitting on top of the bench.
Great.
Do we want a pull-out spray with that tap, or...?
No, look, I don't want to do that because we do have a butler's sink and we've also got a cabana as well that we've got to cater for.
Yep.
But here I just want something really beautiful, eye-catching. So, but no English neck. I want a beautiful gooseneck.
A beautiful gooseneck. And what about the finish? We have a particular finish for the tap?
Look, I think we'll just do the chrome.
Okay, great.
Yeah, so I think the chrome's the best way to go. But porcelain handles.
Okay, fantastic.
Yeah.
Using that there, we can maybe follow that theme through to the cabana as well.
And also into the ensuites and bathrooms. That's something else I really want to talk to you about, especially the ensuite, because we are going to be doing a beautiful big bath in there.
Freestanding bath?
Yeah, no, don't like freestanding. Right. I want to do a beautiful panelled bath.
Okay.
The freestanding is just a hazard to try to clean, and I just don't want to do that for the client.
Okay, no, fantastic.
Do that to the client.
We're going to be following the process through. I just hope everything goes to plan. It's beautiful, sunny. You're on time at the moment.
Oh, we are absolutely on time. We've got a fantastic builder. Okay. So pad down with November and we will finish by October.
We're going to hold you to that.
Yeah, well, it's on.
After the break, we find out if they've made it on time. The results are absolutely jaw-dropping. We're in Dalkeith in Perth to see the reveal of this Hamptons-inspired home with a Caribbean twist. It's now December, and although there's still a little bit of landscaping left to do, the house looks amazing. Here she is.
Hi, how are you?
Hello, darling.
So good to see you.
Mwah, mwah. Great to see you.
Good to see you too.
Oh my gosh, it is so beautiful.
A little bit different from when you were here last time.
It's a lot different. It was a brick house. It was a skeleton last time I was here.
Absolutely.
And now it's a timber home.
Yeah. Beautiful coloured, beautiful detail. Absolutely.
Well, can we check it out?
Yeah, please come through.
Oh my gosh, this is just incredible. Natalie. Now this is Hamptons, right?
This is the Hamptons.
And I've seen a Hamptons house or two, and this is exactly what you would do in an entry.
Absolutely. I mean, with custom-made chandeliers, beautiful coffered ceilings.
And I've got a glimpse of that just through there, which I don't want to see yet. I want to kind of just unpack this for a while. What I can't believe is that it was a brick house last time I was here.
Yeah, so we literally, it was just the walls that you saw last time. We couldn't even get up the stairs last time because we had all the scaffolding and everything here. So, look, we remarkably did this in 11 months. So, in WA for that to happen is pretty extraordinary.
It is amazing.
Yeah.
The other thing we should say to people who are watching from the East Coast too is what WA does is everything's internal brickwork, isn't it?
Yeah, brick and tile. So again, I was brought up like that. My dad being old school builder, brick and tile. So when we were on the East Coast,
it's not a real house unless it's brick.
No, and he was knocking on walls and going, "This isn't real. It's going to fall down."
Which is not the case, but anyway.
No, that's exactly right. But no, look again, solid brick and tile is always a fabulous, build. It's just as fast to do that as what it is with timber.
It is a brick home.
Yeah.
But on the outside, it's really clever. It's James Hardie.
James Hardie have just been phenomenal. And again, they've been renowned for many, many years to really have a lot of beautiful products. So we actually clad it all externally. Yep. And we also used their beautiful linear for the roof as well.
So this is all lightweight, isn't it?
Yes.
And it's actually not timber at all. It's actually like a concrete
composite, yeah. It's amazing.
I actually couldn't find the house because I couldn't recognise it because I'm thinking a brick house.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. So everybody was sort of going, "Oh, what's going on? What's happening?" And people kept driving past all the time. But no, look, it really sets it apart, I think, from any other home. And again, traditionally, really creating that beautiful Hamptons classic American look.
You do love a bit of Hamptons, don't you?
Yeah, do love myself in the Hamptons.
All right, well, can we continue the tour?
Yeah, absolutely.
This is just so beautiful. Look at the ceilings here again.
Again, James Hardie, they've just been phenomenal. Again, it just sets it apart. It's too boring just to do a plain old plaster roof. Again, a lot of layered elements really then brings the house together. It's all in the detail.
Last time we were here, this was a really ugly space.
Yeah, it was. F&R cabinets have just been phenomenal. So I've been working with him now for around about 3 years, and his gorgeous daughter and fantastic team. And they've really mastered the craft of being able to, have some beautiful details in all of the cabinetry, beautiful fluting.
So what's this here? What's
This is your Carrara marble.
It's the real deal.
This is the real deal. I literally will not work with anything else. 2 reasons. If you're going to do it well and do it properly.
Yeah.
We've done beautiful 40mm countertops.
But the only thing is that, you've got to be careful with red wines and things.
No, love, no. It's big fallacy, I believe.
Really?
If you speak to a proper stonemason, the differences between Carrara marble and an Essa stone are really basically the same.
Wow.
As long as it's sealed and you can just wipe it, easy peasy.
So this is honed and sealed.
Honed and sealed.
Okay, that's
and
why.
And look, if it really disturbs people, like if you go to Italy in all the old cafes, you can actually see all the,
I
scratches
actually love that.
And beautiful.
I reckon that's what makes
it ages it.
Because I feel like, I'm sitting in a place that's got character. Things have happened here.
100%.
Yeah.
But if people get really precious about it, they can just come in, get it re-sanded back.
Okay.
Re-back to, because it's a natural stone.
Big stove. They're a big family here, aren't they?
Big family. But we've got a dish drawer. We have a dishwasher.
A dish drawer.
We have a butler's pantry.
What is this dish drawer you speak of?
Yeah. So we have dish drawer.
Oh my gosh! It's like a massive.
Look at this. So you have your little pull-out drawer fridge freezer.
That is, I've never seen that before.
But in the scullery, we also have a cold room. So it's really, really purposely built for the client who really wanted to, indulge in, beautiful
Do they
food
entertain?
making. They do,
Okay.
100%.
Well, I can't wait to find out what it costs, but we'll do that later.
Yeah.
Let's have a look through here. This is so stunning as well.
Yeah, again, very much, it has to also feel like a family home.
Well, it's cosy.
Yeah.
Actually, do you know what? What some people do, I reckon, is where they go wrong, is they make these rooms just too big.
Yes.
And I think that then it's not a home. It's
Well,
like
they call it a great room. So they have a couple of different living spaces. They either have a great room, a theatre room, which has always been kind of one of those rooms that nobody goes into, or the man cave it turns into.
No one ever uses it anyway.
No, so this is very much a livable space.
Okay.
And, the coffered ceilings, again, are just that other layer of detail, similar to the double transom windows that we did.
Yep.
Again, Cedar West were just phenomenal with their design skill. When I said this is what I wanted to do,
Yep.
the team and the backing that I've had behind me has just been amazing, because it is a little bit left off centre. It is a little bit undone here in Australia. So getting those people to really hone in and work out what the design was.
What do you do? Do you show them pictures and have a look at
Yeah, and literally sit down, hand sketch, and,
Okay.
and really get them to understand the detail, because anybody can just whack up, a design and kind of copy.
Yeah.
But you've really got to get into it, and that's why when I went to the Hamptons and in America, I really kind of got that.
Okay. The furniture absolutely works beautiful here.
Thanks. Look, again, this is my passion, is really the styling and the furniture side of things. And going to all the trade fairs, it's been fantastic. So
You actually sound like you love this.
Oh, love it.
Like, this could be your hobby.
Yeah, I think this isn't work for me. This is just a real, I take it on as if it's my house as well. So the suppliers that I've got are just fantastic, and I've worked with them for years. Like Xavier Furniture, One World Collection. Beautiful Molmic sofas.
Fabrics, I love the Molmic.
Fabrics are just divine.
Yeah.
Villa Maison have just, they've all been a part of my life for such a long period of time, and they're just fantastic people to work with.
And these are all the companies that are kind of in this space, aren't they?
100%.
They
yes.
love that kind of traditional.
Yeah,
we call it
just
Hamptons.
sourcing them out, making sure that, they do liaise with me, which is just fantastic. Do you like this? Do you like that? What can we do to do this? So they're really, really fantastic people to work with in the industry.
After the break, we head outside to see the beautiful sparkling pool and the cabana, perfect for entertaining. We continue our tour of this Hamptons Inspire stunner in Dalkeith, Perth. It's time to check out the pool, and what a great day to be outside. Oh yes, this is lovely pool.
Beautiful.
That balcony looks quite special up there.
Yeah, again, custom made, beautiful Chippendale
But
balcony balustrading.
What room's that off?
That's actually another living space. So upstairs is all the kids' wings.
Okay.
So we've got all the kids' bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, powder room, and a little living area.
Okay, this is very needed for entertaining.
100%. This is a must in every single home.
This is beautiful. Is this the client's furniture, or did you have it styled?
No, we actually, again, part of what we do at Indah Island is not only design the house, build the house, renovate, we also do all of the furniture, everything customed.
This space here, how will the client use this?
Very much entertaining.
Okay.
So we've got a gorgeous pizza oven, and that was from Zesty Pizzas. They make the best pizza ovens worldwide.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
so
I'm not going to touch that. My goodness.
They distribute worldwide.
This is really popular these days, isn't it? To have the whole.
100%.
I reckon it's great because it's not about the eating. It's not about eating the food.
No.
It's about
theatrics.
it's the theatrics
Yeah.
of making it.
Absolutely.
Everyone's here. They can smell it, sit down, eat
It's just
it.
beautiful. The little bungalow that was on here, most of this from pool down here was all garden area.
Yeah.
So again, it's still being gardened at the moment, as you can see.
Well, I was going to
Early
say,
days.
I think we wanted to try and push it off,
Yeah.
but we said we can't because it's going to air soon.
Yes,
so
that's right, yeah.
So we had to come and film it today.
Absolutely.
But obviously, there's little bits missing everywhere.
Yeah,
But
so some of the finer details we're still getting to. So we've probably got another, maybe a month or two externally, and that comes in the garden and the planting, the arbour,
Yeah.
those sorts of little details. details.
Last time we were here, when the house was still a skeleton, we saw this beautiful arch window. Has that been done?
Yeah, it has. I'll need to show you that as well.
Let's do it. So I love how the house kind of wraps around. It's like a U shape.
It is. So everything can actually be opened up and walked through consistently. We have guest bedroom, guest bathroom, and this is the parents' retreat.
Speaking of bathrooms, this is wonderful. So this is the arch window.
This is the beautiful arch window that we did here. Yeah, it's just stunning. It's you know, Affordable Shutters actually did the shutters literally custom made.
And of course, everybody needs a chandelier over there.
Oh, 100% you need to have a chandelier. You need to be able to drink a glass of champagne, have the chandelier in there, a bit of music happening. So yeah, great.
It's always a great experience seeing an Indah design because there's a certain look and feel that you have. I mean, to the study, to the coffered ceilings.
Yeah, it's stunning.
And people would think that you're a Hamptons girl.
Look, Hamptons is a bit cliche. You know, I love that classic, traditional, you know, American look, but we've kind of converted the American into the Australian now, so that's really nice.
Okay, because everything American doesn't necessarily work here.
Correct.
Right.
You know, 20, 30 years down the track, everyone's still going to come and love this home.
Yeah,
so
actually that's true, it's timeless.
Really, yeah, it's very, very timeless.
The owners, are they happy?
They're ecstatic.
Right, that's a good thing.
Yeah, look, the really gorgeous thing about this is that, you know, I've had really one-on-one time with Sandra, who owns the house. Sandra's been really hands-on in this process with me, and you know, Mal, the husband, I was a little bit, does he like it, you know, and tender hooks, and you know, she said to me the other day, he's so proud, house proud of his home, and that's just amazing.
Well, there you have it. Happy owners are the best measure of success. And this house has passed the test with flying colours. With these gorgeous interiors centred around a very inviting pool and a perfect outdoor entertaining area, I can imagine the owners enjoying many great years in any kind of weather here. It's a slice of Hamptons in Perth. Just perfect.